Time now for the Howdy Honda Sports Report.
When the topics money and sports come up in the same breath, most people think of spoiled, pampered athletes. So it's refreshing, maybe even inspiring, when you hear about young athletes coming together to try and make a difference in the struggle against world poverty. News 8's Jeff Power explains.
Contrasting cultures will come together this June in Ethiopia. 4 out of 5 people in this rural country live each day on less than what it costs to buy a cheap tennis ball.
Yeah, you might want to watch out.
Members of the Austin Tennis Academy realized it was their turn to serve. No, not a ball, but their ace in the hole, the art of giving.
It's a different mentality going into a tournament, not only thinking about playing for yourself, but playing to raise money as well.
And especially at such a young age, I think it's great that we're doing this so we can inspire other people to do it.
4 teenagers will see firsthand what hard work and a little racket can do.
Every time that we'd go out and play tournament games and matches, we'd get pledges, kind of like a walkathon. Use that to go towards Ethiopia.
Sending the video out, and that really kind of just tells itself, and people are very generous.
$100,000 was raised by these kids, with corporate dollars adding $50,000 more for new schools, water wells, and other projects in Ethiopia through a Glimmer of Hope, a nonprofit organization that has reached out from Austin to one of the most poverty-ridden countries in the world.
There is no kind of poverty that I've witnessed here, or if you like, in the Western world, that can compare on any level. There's a certain smell, there's a certain touch, there's a depth, there's a breadth. It's indescribable, and I think, children that learn how to give become adults that know how to give.
The Austin Tennis Academy is celebrating their 5-year anniversary, and their CEO, Jack Newman, he's been involved with tennis for about 25 years as a coach. He says it's not about what they do on the court, it's about the game of life.
One of our missions at the Austin Tennis Academy is to produce citizens of significance, not just accomplishment. And so exposing them to different things is a big part of our program.
A winning program passing the torch across the world. Jeff Power, News 8 Sports.
Come on, Allie, how bad you want it? Come on, Sid,
Coming up in final part of the 2-part series, we'll discuss how these kids are inspiring others by making the trip to Ethiopia as part of their summer vacation later this year.
We all know tennis is a global sport, but one local academy is serving up an effort to end world poverty. Here's the final part of our 2-part series on playing for Glimmer.
It's really hard to believe, living here in Austin, Texas, that you can impact the life of a child living in absolute abject poverty.
But that's exactly what players from the Austin Tennis Academy are finding out. An idea that was presented to a Glimmer of Hope Foundation by 14-year-old Josh Hager has bloomed into a true glimmer of hope in areas of rural Ethiopia.
We decided to make it kind of like a walkathon or a jogathon, where we get pledges for the number of games we play in tournaments.
A fundraising program was put into place, and these kids raised the money playing the game they love.
Since we're enthusiastic about tennis, we can be enthusiastic about the raising money parts.
They raised $100,000. We had matching funds of $50,000. We've got 2 schools being built right now. We've fixed the reservoir, and we've got water wells being built as well.
Now, some may think $150,000 is just a drop in the bucket when it comes to the sheer magnitude of this problem. But when you consider a bucket of water is a treasure in these parts, one can only imagine what water wells can do.
These kids who are out here hitting tennis balls all of a sudden are being the change makers in the world that are making a massive difference in the lives of so many. It's quite remarkable, actually.
I'm just really excited that we've been giving so much money and so much effort to something, and now we actually get to see it firsthand, and I'm really excited to go and be there and experience it.
Yeah, I'm very excited. We've been doing projects with Glimmer for 5 years, and really excited to go see it firsthand.
It's going to be a tremendous life-transforming experience, I think, for them to see that life is very different in other places on the planet than it is right here in Austin, Texas.
Here are some of the future students.
Great cause and an even better idea. The ATA is helping fund 2 schools, which will be completed in time for the arrival of the 4 tennis players in this story. For more on this series, goes to news8austin.com.
News 8 Sports brought to you by Howdy Honda. Test drive Howdy Honda today. Click on howdyhonda.com.